I'm the best in the world.
What I'd like to have right now.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Because I was right when I was cool.
Are you ready?
It doesn't matter!
Oh, I said, are you ready?
I'm a sexy beast, baby!
I was up all night.
And I'm
For life.
Welcome everybody to the For Life podcast. First off, I want to apologize for last week. We did record an episode, and we recorded it last week around the time that Raw was airing. I know I advertised it.
Snowed in Raw, the Royal Rumble.
I can hear you, yes. But unfortunately, I forgot to record Cheyenne on Skype, so it's just an hour and a half of just me talking. And as self-centered as everybody think I am, I don't want to hear myself talk for an hour and a half.
I have to vouch for him, even though he's not as self-centered as everyone says. That's
the gimmick.
even so. That is, I wouldn't say it's a gimmick, but I will say that is even far beyond him.
Okay, let me just double check.
I had all these great ideas last week, and
it was a great.
nobody heard them.
It was a great episode. I mean, nobody heard me either.
I
I just
honestly
deleted
think,
it.
legit on a shoot, that was our best episode.
I think we should just call that one the snowed in
Yeah.
episode. Raw
Or
was canceled, and it was just all around bad luck. I mean,
and they did good ratings. They did.
and it was. I mean, I didn't bother to sit through the whole thing, but I did go back to watch all of the sit down interviews, and I thought they were very well done. I was very, very impressed with the Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar segment.
Yeah.
I thought Paul Heyman managed to do what is required of every WWE employee, and that's to make Roman look strong, and he's done the best job so far. And I thought even Brock Lesnar did a great job, just coming across really smug and like he didn't give a shit. And whether it was real or not, it came across real. I like that he didn't respect Roman, and I thought it was a really good segment all around. I thought it was definitely what was needed after the Rumble. I think having Raw snowed out was a blessing in disguise, and I think had he gone out in front of that live crowd, they would have eaten him alive, and I think it gave the audience kind of a chance to calm down from all that anger from the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. Just to touch on it real quick, I thought it was a great Raw considering the conditions.
Yeah.
I give it to Vince for being out there producing in the cold with JBL.
Yeah.
I give it to all the announcers that were involved on that show, from Byron Saxton, who did a great job and got some great TV time, to the announce team. And, I pretty much turned it off about halfway through Brock's interview, not because Brock's interview was bad, because it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
That was just my choice. I just decided to go ahead and play Grand Theft Auto. But I thought it was a great show considering the circumstances. That's the point of it. I did watch the sit-down interviews afterwards, just like you did.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with you. I think Roman had his best interview yet. I think he did what... I think the reason everyone likes it so much is because it was natural. It was organic.
Well, it wasn't forced. It wasn't cartoon lines. It wasn't anything goofy.
Right.
It was real. I was watching it like, oh, shit, I actually care about this guy. Okay, this guy actually has a story. He's not just this big, good-looking guy that all these women like and just does cool moves but says weird shit. Like, he's like, okay, he's a person.
Yeah.
Like, okay, he looks like the underdog going into this,
I thought it was great. I thought Brock Lesnar was fantastic in his role, like you mentioned. I thought Paul Heyman
I just
was
love that,
fantastic.
like, the whole time he was looking, he wasn't even looking at Roman, he wasn't even acknowledging him. He was, like, staring off into space, like, smiling, and I thought it worked, though, and then, like, I thought what he had to say he was short and sweet, like, so I thought it was really good. I like the whole, I don't respect you, and Roman saying, but you will. So.
Yeah, and I thought it was a great ending. I thought it was a great Raw. I think Rollins gets better and better by not just getting better, but just making everyone know that...
I mean, I think that the Philly crowd definitely helped. Not so much, hey, we don't like Roman, more like, hey, we don't like the direction that you guys are taking Roman in, or
Well, not just that. The
we don't
Philly
like the
crowd
way
helped let everybody know, hey, this guy is going to be here for a while. This guy is going to be one of your main players.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins is going to be a hotter heel than he already is.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Within the next year from now. Next year's Royal Rumble, that's the guy who could arguably be the number one bad guy.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was just great. I thought it was a good Raw.
I think he is the number one bad guy. I mean, every couple months he becomes the number two bad guy because Brock comes in.
Is he really the number one bad guy right now, though?
Who else is a bigger bad guy that's an active wrestler?
I honestly think, active wrestler right now, it's him, yes. But I do think that with the Authority back, the
only people you can say are Heyman, Brock, Hunter, and Steph, and none of them
Heyman's not a fucking heel. Heyman's at that phase in his career where he's Paul Heyman. He's not a face, he's not a heel. There's no line.
Yeah.
He's Paul Heyman. He is, in fact, Paul Heyman. But honestly, you're talking worker-wise, yeah, nobody's more hated than him, hands down, without question, above and beyond.
So, I mean, basically last week, mostly what we discussed was the Royal Rumble and just the live experience, also watching it on TV. I mean, there's not much we can say. It's already, I feel like so much has happened since the Rumble.
So much has happened, just to make it put out there, out of all the grand ideas that I had that Bosch missed, we were talking to WrestleMania stuff, and, how we always say, you never know what's going to happen, all that other BS.
Yeah.
I again, especially after the Fastlane announcement, I'm a firm believer that, Sting's going to answer the call at Fastlane, blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. And, like I suggested to Bosch, I think in a perfect world, I don't think it's going to happen, but if it was me, I would do Sting Triple H and Taker turns on the WWE. Well, I guess turns heel. I don't know who you can say.
Joins the Authority?
Yeah. Like I said, he joins. Maybe not even joins the Authority.
Yeah, because the whole Sting Undertaker match is all gimmicks. It's all you want to see Undertaker's dark gimmick versus Sting's Crow gimmick. You don't want to see.
Question.
You don't want to see main event Mafia Sting versus badass Undertaker. That's not
question. Because I didn't see Raw last night. Well, I saw 3 minutes of it.
Okay.
What's that? Did they do something insinuating Bray and Taker?
Yes. Because
it's all over Instagram, and I was like,
he cut a promo. He had a good match with Ziggler on the show. It ended with Ziggler hit the Famouser, ran to the ropes, Bray popped up, gave him the Sister Abigail, and pinned him. It was pretty cool, though. And later on in the show, after the Miz segment, he cut a promo saying that it was insinuating the Undertaker, like, you were the face of fear here, now it's me, and I'm looking for you, come find me, and, like, a bunch of other weird shit, but, like, pretty much, it's obvious that he's calling out Undertaker.
Okay, but
promo. He didn't say the Undertaker's name, but at least they're slowly.
Okay, I'm going to curveball you. Let's say Taker's not ready. Who do you think?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Because as far as I'm concerned, I don't think the Undertaker's ready. My opinion.
As far as anybody that could be considered that face of fear, or the way that he's speaking, I don't know. Because not even Kane has that gimmick anymore.
Because again, you got to think contingency plan.
And it's a tough one because do you make Taker lose 2 years in a row, or do you make Taker beat Bray? And Bray already lost last year at Mania to Cena.
Right.
That's a tough one.
That's what I'm saying. There's so much uncertainty.
I think if they're teasing it, then that means that something is set.
That's true. They wouldn't tease it for nothing.
Yeah, they would. If they didn't have a backup plan, what would they tease? It's not. What it's going to be? It's not going to be Danny O'Brien. It's not going to be any.
Hey, we didn't get the Rumble we expected. Maybe we're not going to get the Taker match we expect.
I mean, at this point, I feel like the majority of people aren't really clamoring for an Undertaker match after last year.
I was just going to say, does this Undertaker match matter?
No, it doesn't, because over the last 5 years, I would say, since he's been part-time, since his matches with Shawn, that's all he's been there for, is pretty much has been Mania and the streak. That's all he's been around for. Now that the streak is gone, it doesn't matter if he wins or loses. And that's always been the one match that matters if you lose.
I mean, it sucks that that's what it's come down to. Like, if the streak now, with the streak not just the streak, not just, I mean, to an extent WrestleMania, but the Undertaker, to many fans, I feel is almost pointless. I hate to say that.
It is, and I feel like, and it's nothing against the Undertaker. He's had a longer career than anybody I can imagine off the top of my head, as far as being a full-time guy in one company and staying on top. And if anything, he's probably had his best matches in the later half of his career.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to, how can you compare? I mean, yeah, I guess.
I mean,
so.
considering he was given better opponents later in his career, when
he
in the beginning
was given better opponents. It was very gimmicky. It was very gimmicky.
Yeah, when he was given guys like Bundy and Giant Gonzalez and Kamala, compared to guys like Angle and Shawn and Hunter and Brett and Punk and Edge.
Right.
Like, he was even getting good matches out of, like, Batista. And
right.
Like, he was known more as a worker later in his career than he was in the beginning of his
career. I never thought the Batista Taker match was going to be bad. I just didn't think it was going to be as good as it was.
Yeah.
Because that first Taker Batista match.
I mean, even last night on the podcast, the Triple H one, he even said Vince could have given that gimmick to anybody, but nobody would have made it work the way that Mark did.
Yeah, I read that. I didn't see it. I just read the transcript.
And I thought that was true. Like, anybody else, with the exception, I mean, even Kane, like, he's gone through ups and downs with his character. I mean, he's still consistent, but.
Well, with the Kane character, that's more booking than Kane.
Yeah, and even when he was asked about Kane, he even just said, like, solid performer. And
I thought it was very, very strange seeing the corporate Kane do the evil Kane promo on live SmackDown last week. That kind of just.
I mean, I didn't catch SmackDown last week, but
I tried to catch it, and
I guess you can give the SmackDown report. I'll give the Raw report.
Honestly, I can't, because I tried to catch it, and I was only able to catch a few minutes, and it was that promo, and I just thought it was kind of stupid that corporate Kane was cutting a Demon Kane promo.
They've been. I mean, how many times has he gone back and forth between the two gimmicks in the last 2 years?
Yeah, but still.
I mean, and how many times has he worn the mask and wig and taken it off and worn it and taken it off? And last year's house show, he was wearing a fucking Kane outfit.
He only started wearing the wig when he came back and started feuding with Cena.
Yeah.
Don't forget that, because he was.
Yeah, but how many times since then has he taken it on and off?
Like 2,000 times, something like that.
All right then. Almost as many times as Big Show's turned.
Oh, no, I don't think anything is even close.
Yeah.
Close to that nonsense. Big Show turning.
And then, I mean, so anything that you heard or saw from Raw last night that you want to discuss?
I only saw when Daniel Bryan was in the ring with Reigns, and then I know that Rollins cut him off, and then his mic got cut. That's all I know.
Well, Rollins came out for his promo, and it went to commercial while he was walking to the ring.
Right, because Steph was saying we can't hear you or something like that.
Yeah, that was weird. And then, basically, supposedly they said after the segment that it was all a setup to try to get Roman Reigns to give up his title shot. Yeah, he said it was a conspiracy
or something.
It made no sense, but basically it was Bryan and Rollins, and the winner would face.
Yeah, I know what the end result was. Yeah, Bryan and Rollins. Did they close? Right?
Yes, they closed the show. There was a backstage segment where Bryan came up to Reigns, and both of them were kind of coming across like heels in this segment. Like, Bryan was like...
Bryan and Reigns.
Yeah, because Bryan told him, hey, if you want to get your hands and you want to get revenge on Rollins, because Rollins cost him the match against Big Show earlier in the show. And
okay.
It was, well, you're not going to get it at Fastlane because I'm going to beat Rollins tonight, and then Reigns was just like, I don't get mad, I get even, or some shit like that, or I get revenge. And, like, I mean...
What did Reigns do at the end? Because I saw that...
I mean, and then they were kind of standing face to...
that Austin said whatever it was that he did that night was good.
Well, basically, like, they were standing face to face, or, like, Bryan was at, like, his fucking chest, and Reigns told him to get the hell out of his locker room. And then at the end, it was, like, a big, like... he came out, he like speared the shit out of Big Show, but he like flew into the spear, so he like got his chest. But
Oh, that was rough.
it looked more like a battering ram kind of, but it looked pretty cool. And I think Noble tried to run in with the briefcase when the referee, and then the referee, I don't know why, because Bryan was on the floor. It kind of came across weird, but Reigns gave Rollins the Superman punch, and Daniel Bryan hit the running knee, and Daniel Bryan won. So it's gonna be Bryan and Reigns at Fastlane,
At Fastlane.
and the winner faces Brock.
Well,
I think
I think it's pretty obvious to say where we're going from here.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Ziggler is going to cost Bryan the match.
Who?
And
Ziggler?
Yeah.
You think they're gonna do
Aren't
that,
they-
coming in as a heel then? I thought they were going more for like the
aren't they
respect
going to
thing.
run? Aren't they going to run
I mean,
Ziggler and Bryan instead, which will be a better idea for everybody?
Yeah, they are going with Ziggler and Bryan, but I thought they were going to do that as a babyface thing. I actually thought that Rollins was going to go over, and it was going to be Rollins and Reigns at the pay-per-view, and then I thought they were going to do the whole like buddy thing with Ziggler and Bryan, and have them do like a tag match against like maybe like Big Show and Kane or something, and go over.
I don't think they're going to go in as face-face.
Really? I think they're both.
I would
really
like to. That's the way I would like to see that. That's the way I would like it to be done. But I don't think they're going to do it, and I could be wrong.
I mean, kind of like they did with like Eddie and Ray. They went face. It's my food. It's a delivery. They went in.
It's not
face.
DiGiorno. It's not DiGiorno. I don't know. I mean, but if it was me, I just.
I
feel
mean,
like
I think they're gonna be like opening the show. Kind of, they're gonna be like what Ray and Eddie were 10 years ago.
Well, they're gonna steal it. Ray and Eddie didn't steal it.
Well, because he had Angle and Shawn on that card.
No,
And the Money in the Bank.
That's BS. Anybody can steal anything at WrestleMania. That's BS.
Yeah.
They just didn't steal it. Because honestly, I thought they were going to steal it, and I thought Angle Michaels was not going to be good.
Yeah.
I don't care what heat and what Twitter backlash I'm going to get, if any, yeah. But I thought Angle and Michaels was not going to be good, and I thought Eddie and Ray was going to steal it.
Did we watch that one together at Pichon's?
21, yes, we saw that at Pichong's house. We saw 22, 23, and 24 here.
Okay.
At my place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, I don't even know when I watch WrestleMania.
I don't know either. The last 2 years we've been fucking going live.
Yeah, we'll be going live. Yeah. Or we, one of us is live and one of us at a bar or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we'll figure that out when we get there. But yeah, I mean, what else happened for Raw? Any match of the nights? What did Luke Harper have another good performance? What's up?
He fought Ryback, but I missed that match.
How that doesn't sound.
I didn't hear anything. I would say the two matches of the night were Bryan Rollins and Ziggler and Wyatt.
Is it safe to say that Roman versus Big Show was Roman's first televised loss?
His first televised Raw?
His first televised loss. Like, is that the first time he's ever lost, Roman?
If it was, they didn't make that big of a deal of it.
Oh, well, I mean, that wouldn't make him look strong, now would it?
Hold on 1 second. You can talk real quick.
I mean, top of my head, I believe that might have been Roman Reigns' first televised loss. And if you're not sure of that, let us know. If I'm wrong, correct me. That's 4Life Podcast. That's 4lifepodcast.com. At 4Life Podcast on Twitter. At 4Life Podcast on Instagram. You can follow me at Ravishing Jones on the Twitter. And at I Am the Bosch for my man, the big Bosch man on Twitter. And hey, you want a 4Life t-shirt, 4Life Podcast t-shirt, go to redbubble.com/4Life Podcast. Get your hands on those 4Life Podcast t-shirts. They come in the mail. Female t-shirts, long sleeves, zip-up hoodies, and so much more. Check out 4lifepodcast.com for photos, exclusive interviews, and more. Check out my newest interview with the Native American Tatanka on youtube.com/4Life Podcast.
Good job.
Oh, he's back. Okay.
Yes, I'm back.
I was like, I don't got nothing left. So yeah, I told the fans
I
that
think
I'm
I
wrong.
mentioned it last week. Congratulations to our friend, our favorite listener, Hugh, up in Ireland.
Is that his real name?
Yes, it is. I only know it
Hugh?
because Hugh, like Hugh
My
Morris.
man Incognito Man. That is an awesome name. I am jealous of his
The
name.
man of 80 names.
Yeah.
So it's Hugh. He won the postcard and Coliseum stamps.
Lucky
So we're
bastard.
sending that out. Oh, I have yours here. I'll give it to you on
They
Saturday.
can't know that I got a piece.
Huh?
They can't know I'm in on it.
We're the host.
They can't know we get
have another
freebies.
set we'll do a contest for maybe around Mania time.
I'm willing to give away action figures to boost ratings, okay? So,
Well,
just putting that out
everybody
there.
over there won. It's just been crazy with the weather. I'm sending it out tomorrow. I promise I will send it out before work. I have the envelope in my bag.
What? And he's going out. He's going out to Ireland.
Yeah.
Do they charge you an arm and a leg for that?
I would hope not. But
Kinda
here,
sick.
but it's going out there. Don't worry, we're back this week. All is good for you, Hugh. Sorry, this is like 80.
Whatever the hell your name is, guys. Yeah, and I know Raw did a pretty decent rating this week. So real quick, let's just mention it right now. The Stone Cold podcast, I read most of it. I'm pretty in tune with what he said. It seemed very, very good. Was it better than Vince's?
I would say that Triple H is a lot more in tune and in touch with what's going on than Vince was.
Oh, that's just age.
Yeah. Like, I enjoyed it. There wasn't like a moment where I was like bored or anything.
Is it safe to say that Stephanie is next?
That'd be interesting.
I think Stephanie's next.
I would like to see that one.
I think Stephanie's next for the network because he's going to go after the people you can't get on his show. So I honestly think it's going to be Cena or Stephanie.
Yeah. But he's had Cena on this podcast.
Well, yeah, but wasn't that like a snippet? Mm-hmm. That was full length.
I would say if he gets Taker, it would have to be like after Taker's done. Like,
He's not going to take it for like another couple months to a year. Unless he gets Shawn Michaels live again.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
Him and Michaels live would be okay, but I think Stephanie or Cena are the next logical choices. Stephanie.
Those would probably be the next two.
Yeah, that's just my opinion. Stephanie or Cena for me is where the logic is at.
Or Vince again.
I don't think we should get Vince for a while. I'd love to see him on again, but I don't think we should have him on for a while.
I mean, any highlights that you want to discuss or ask about?
No, I mean, if it was noteworthy, you would have brought it up, quite frankly. It doesn't seem like it was a bad Raw, but it doesn't seem like anything spectacular.
I mean, from the interview podcast?
I read most of it, and I see that China did, in fact, come up. But the only thing I have to say is, and I don't think I agree with Triple H. I do, without question, think had China not made career choices that she made after the WWE, she would be a first ballot.
I think it's kind of like the Benoit situation. Not as extreme.
Well, no, it's two different things, Bosh. Two different things. One's, one's a murderer and one murders dicks. It's two different things. Two different things.
I mean, then that means that whenever X-Pac goes in, there's going to be a shitload of comments being made.
What? Well, X-Pac didn't have a career in adult films. Well, minus that one video.
Exactly.
Right, but X-Pac has that one film, and from what I understand, it was China that sold the tape.
Yeah.
And on top of that, China continued to do it.
And she decided to continue a career in it. It wasn't like X-Pac became a triple
right,
X-Pac.
And China's continuing to do it. It's not like, X-Pac is out there, any ring rat he gets, he's putting it to fucking Vivid. If Vivid is still around in porn, I don't even know.
Oh, you're right.
That's just me, but I do see the argument for why she shouldn't go in, because the argument for why she should is obvious.
I mean, do you think if she hadn't, gone into porn, do you think she would have?
Yeah, and I think now would be the time because that generation is, if you think about it, is slowly the generation going into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So yeah, without question.
I mean, kind of. I mean, the way that everything went down between all of them.
I think
I
I
mean, because
think they're
Triple H
over it.
said. I mean, I don't know if she's over it. I think Triple H doesn't give a shit. He's in great hands. I think Stephanie doesn't care. I think it's China that held it. I mean, the fact that there was a scene in a porno referencing that entire situation and how she got fired and how it went down. There is a scene where she references Vince firing her, and
Oh, is there? I've never seen it. The one where she gets gangbanged.
yes, the Queen of the Ring.
I've only seen stills and clips of it. I've never seen. Is that the Royal Rumble thing?
Yeah, but the opening scene is her getting fired from the WWE and then having an orgy with Vince and Stephanie.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
creepy.
yeah, it is. So then you wonder why she's not going in the Hall of Fame.
If I said it's creepy, then it's got to be creepy.
And I gotta give special thanks to Review Away for actually reviewing it and watching it and giving play-by-play on it.
Oh yeah, well, big thanks to you, Kahuna.
But
But yeah, I mean what, and it's like that just makes shit worse.
I mean,
Why?
it's not even like she went into regular porn. She did a wrestling parody where she's with different wrestlers, including Triple H, including
So what? All her
Vince.
porns are wrestling parody
No,
porn?
it's that one that's the wrestling parody, the Queen of the Ring.
Oh, okay. How many has she done?
I think she did like She-Hulk. She's done a
Oh,
few
brother.
other. Those are just like the ones that like the names stood out. Like I think there was Backdoor to China. God, this guy.
Oh, brother. I mean, the marketing on her name is very, very easy.
All right, my daughter's not paying attention. Good.
Yeah, the marketing on her name is rather easy, so I cannot deny that.
Well, it was the same company that did One Night in Paris, and they did One Night in China. That's the X-Pac one.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
That was the
yeah. And they
first
do
one.
like they own like all the celebrity tapes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm blanking on the name of the company because TMZ
Vivid.
was talking about that. It is Vivid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because TMZ was talking about it. They claim that they have the Iggy Azalea sex tape or something like that.
Yeah. Well, supposedly
Which
she was underage.
I would love to see. I'm just saying. It's pretty hot. I'm just saying. Putting that out there. You judge me if you'd like, but I'm saying the truth.
I'm not mad at you.
Anything else from Raw that was noteworthy?
They're teasing the splits of Stardust and Goldust.
Oh, are they? Are they doing it well?
They had like a quick match where they dropped to the Ascension. I mean, that's
Again? Because I know they did it on Thursday, right?
I have probably the same thing then. And then like Goldust was, I don't know, he was in the back like sad, and then he was trying to talk to Stardust, and he called him Cody and said, "Don't call me Cody." I'm not too thrilled with the build right now. I mean, I know they started planting the seeds at the Rumble, but nothing. It's
Oh,
not,
that's early.
Same thing with Miz and Mizdow. They were in.
Oh, well, that was a lot more
I
obvious.
mean, they were
think.
in catering. He was getting fruits for Miz, and then Miz fired him as a stunt double, but then hired him as his personal assistant. So Miz had a match with Sin Cara, and
That's
like
stupid. Just fire them all together.
then Miz had a match with Sin Cara. Then Mizdow was like fighting the urge to imitate the Miz. It was pretty funny, but like he did the whole pose with the glasses when the Miz got mad at him. Then he was standing with like his arms crossed, and he was like stopping himself from doing like a headlock motion when Miz had Sin Cara in the headlock, and then Miz lost to Sin Cara.
Huh.
So I don't, I don't know where they're going with that one. I mean,
Okay.
I mean, he had a pretty good interview on Jericho's podcast last week.
Yeah, I saw that Damien was on there. How'd that go?
It was good. I mean, it started off in gimmick where like Miz was talking, and then he would like echo the last word, and then Miz had to take a phone call and left, and then they went into like just an hour long Damian Sandow interview where he got into like his first stint in WWE with the Teacher's Pets, and then the Damien
I forgot he was in the Teacher's Pet.
with
Yeah, yeah,
with the
yeah.
Damien Sandow gimmick, and then how he changed to like the black tights when he got serious, and then when he was doing all like that goofy shit, and like I guess he was like the people were always saying that he was being buried, but I guess he looked at it as, hey, I'm on TV every week with a mic. Most people don't have that privilege, you know.
Right, right, right.
So I guess I mean, it seems like he tries to stay positive throughout everything, and like
Good for him. Good for
he
him.
takes whatever's thrown at him, and he makes the best of it. And I mean, he made it work with. I mean, he referenced Brooklyn was kind of like the night that the Mizdow phenomenon really blew up.
Okay.
So it was a pretty good. I mean, I would recommend checking it out.
Speaking of being buried, the story goes that Justin Gabriel apparently just walked right out of Monday Night Raw.
This is going to be like an annual thing now.
Yeah, the story goes that he got to the arena. They told him he wasn't doing anything, and he just up and left. One source is saying he went sightseeing. One source is saying that he went skydiving.
Did he not want to work with Hunter and Mania?
That has not yet been confirmed. But one source says
another funny Raw moment. Curtis Axel came out and like cut a promo.
Did he get his title shot?
He cut a promo on how he was like screwed out of the Rumble and he's demanding like a title shot. Then he gets in the ring and he stands pointing at the Mania sign on the corner for a couple seconds. But I don't know why I found it hilarious.
Did he get the title shot?
No, then Ambrose came out and like started kicking his ass and threw him over the rope. He said, "Well, now you're eliminated." And then Ambrose challenged Barrett for an Intercontinental title match.
Fastlane?
He didn't specify when, but he said that when he was at headquarters, he noticed a wall of like champions, and he wanted to be up on that wall and wanted the Intercontinental title.
It'd be good for him if he got another singles belt, to be honest with you. Keep him busy.
I know what wall they're referring to, and it's kind of weird. I mean, you actually see it in the Super Bowl commercial.
Oh yeah, and I have it. And if you look at, there's an old WWF Mania where they have it showcased as well.
Yeah, so it's all the current champions, and I think people are confusing it that there's a wall of every single champion. though. It's the wall of current.
No,
champions.
that and the WWE headquarters, they have a wall of pretty much all their top employees, and once you're a champion, you're automatically on that wall.
Yeah, it's by.
But,
I think it's around Vince's office.
It is. It is around Vince's office.
It's not a floor that's been visited very often, but it is.
Yeah.
Maybe once, but.
Yeah, and normally back in the day, Vince's picture would be there, but he requested years ago that he not be incorporated in the collage.
What about what about when he was champion? What about when he was champion in '99 or the ECW champion?
That I can recall around the Attitude Era, they took him off.
Okay. I mean, he was champion for like 2 weeks?
I do know that in a little funny tidbit, WWF champion, like a day. No, a week. ECW champion, like a couple weeks.
Yeah.
But I do know in a little funny tidbit, his old photo when he was still an announcer on the wall was a still shot of him doing stand back.
Nice.
So I always thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, it'd be good to have Ambrose, with another belt, and I think it'll increase the match quality.
I mean, what else is there for him to do?
Besides be a lunatic, I've got no clue. I've got no clue in the world. I mean, and I saw that they came out.
Everybody else seems pretty tied up.
And also, I saw that apparently while the ticket sales for Access still did good, quite a few people, big names, still have tickets available.
Really?
Via Ticketmaster. I know as of like Sunday or Monday, there were still Sting tickets left. There were still Triple H tickets left. There were quite a few big names, and I was just like, interesting.
Well, maybe because Sting has done like a bunch of conventions over the last couple of years, so he's not maybe as...
Yeah, but it's his first WWE one, not for nothing. His shit should be selling out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like when you go to big events or Sinomania, and you can get more than one. So, I don't know. That's just me. But I noticed that there were still quite a few Access tickets open up. So, that's about it. And I'm hearing, coincidentally, that next year's Super Bowl will be in
Cali?
will be in
Super Bowl or Mania?
no, the next Super Bowl will be in Levi Stadium.
And where? Levi?
Yeah.
Because WWE always tries to do it. I mean, I know the reason they put 29 in there was because they wanted to do it the year before the Super Bowl went
Right.
to MetLife.
Right.
And I think they got the year
They
that
got it that year, right?
yeah, and the year before it was in the Superdome.
Yes, it was.
So I'm guessing they're trying to like just get these places before the Super Bowl does.
Well, in terms of like just numbers, they are direct competition. In terms
Yeah.
of like exact events, no, not at all.
And
They're
next
totally
year's going to
different.
be Dallas. Don't know what's going to be the year after. Maybe Philly.
I think they're going back to Arizona.
Where?
I think they're going back to Arizona.
Really?
That's my opinion.
Okay.
I think they're going back to Arizona. That's me.
Yeah.
That's me. And still no word on SummerSlam, huh?
Nope. I haven't heard anything.
Still no word on where SummerSlam is going to be this year. And what was the other thing that I had to bring up WWE related? Did you hear about what happened in New York this weekend?
In New York?
Yeah.
No.
Sid Vicious no-showed all his appearances.
Oh yeah, I remember. I saw that on the universe. It said that he was not going to make it.
Yeah, the rumor, somebody started a rumor. People are saying that it's just a rumor, but people are saying that someone paid Sid to no-show his New York appearances, which doesn't make sense because he was probably going to make $4,000 or $5,000
Yeah.
on all his appearances between 2 or 3 days. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he didn't show up, and Ricky Steamboat didn't show up to the Wrestling Universe signing.
Really?
He had some flight trouble.
Okay.
So when he landed, they sent him right to Rahway because he was going to Pro Wrestling Syndicate.
Mm-hmm.
So he did the signing in Jersey, but not in Queens.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
and
saw
the weather,
that
and
the
you know,
BWO
and not for
showed up
nothing,
on Sunday.
the weather was freezing.
Mm-hmm.
So that would have been the best time to get an autograph or a photo with that guy at the store.
Yeah. Because BWO was there on Sunday. They showed up.
Yeah, I couldn't make it. I worked. I wanted to go, but I worked. I didn't even realize I worked until I checked my schedule when I came home after not knowing, after Steamboat didn't show up.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, it's not like he did it on purpose. It was like,
Yeah, I mean,
Probably
Sid's
for
scheduled for a big event.
say again?
Sid is scheduled for the big event.
I was going to say Sid is, not Steamboat, right?
No.
Yeah, I know Sid is. And he'll be here for that, probably. And the big event is the same day as Big AppleCon, and Piper is there, and so is Jake.
Well, Jake is at big event.
Jake is at Big AppleCon also.
Oh.
I just read that. But it says for Jake, afternoon only.
Okay, yeah, so he's doing big
So he'll probably get there between 4 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
Because the big event is what, 1 to 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
No,
can
like
get
10 to
there
3?
Oh, is it 10 to 3?
Yeah.
Oh, well, Jake can get to Queens between 3 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, he's fine.
Yeah.
Either way, he's fine. But that's it. I mean, there's nothing going on this week. It's a dry week. I think, honestly, the highlight of this week is going to be the Triple H podcast, and I think that's already fizzling out, unlike the Vince one.
I mean, he mentioned Punk briefly in the podcast.
Yeah, he said that Punk was like a weird guy to work with, and then people would say that he's ready to quit, and then he would go up to him and he wouldn't have a problem.
Yeah, he basically said that he was just like hard to communicate with, and that he would bitch to the boys that he was going to quit, and he was angry, and then Triple H would ask him, hey, what's going on? And he would say nothing, and then I guess like Triple H mentioned that like, I guess the rumors of him not liking Punk prior to him coming when he was in the Indies, and I mean, he pretty much said like he didn't keep up with the Indies at that time, so he really didn't know who Punk was when people were saying all this shit. Which I can kind of believe.
Yeah, I could see that. I'm sure Vince didn't even know who he was.
Pretty sure he didn't.
You know?
Unless people were telling him, hey, somebody's doing your move off the top rope.
Yeah, I could see that.
That would be the only reason I would see somebody bringing up Punk to Triple H.
Yeah, I could definitely see people saying that to him in the WWE for sure.
Yeah.
Just to start shit.
Yeah. Other than that, like, what other reason would anybody bring him up?
Maybe he had one night in China. I don't know. That's all I got.
That's Punk's problem then.
Yeah, and I'm sure it would make him look strong. But
I mean,
we're gonna take a break.
Punk has an impressive track record. I wouldn't want China on that list. Like,
What does he have? He has Maria, he has Lita, he has Beth Phoenix, AJ. Is that everyone?
was he? I don't know if he was ever with Mickey. I don't think so.
I don't know. The only one that I know was tapping that was hitting
Tracy
that was
Brooks.
Magnet.
Tracy Brooks from TNA.
They were together?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Daphne.
Didn't know that, but not surprised.
So pretty impressive.
Yeah, actually, yeah. He might have the best one in the history of wrestling.
It's weird
Yep.
how him. Yeah, because that's. I don't know if anybody. Edge might be close, but Edge has like half of them. I mean, Edge
is
has
one.
Lita and Beth.
That's it.
Yeah.
And Matt just has Lita.
Ashley Massaro.
They were only together for like a day.
And his current wife.
Oh yeah, is it Rebby or Reedy?
Rebby. I don't know. I base it on like, or like Rebby McIntyre.
Yeah, she's hot. So.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Ariba McIntyre, which is Tito Santana's sister. Old school joke. Oh, here it is. I got a beef with the WWE.
What?
I got a beef with the WWE. There we go. Struggling for conversation. I got a beef with WWE.
What?
You know, it's Black History Month, right?
Okay.
Okay, it's Black History Month, and they've got the whole section, and Ron Simmons, and Big Cat Ernie Ladd,
network?
and yeah.
I haven't seen it.
The whole section. The JYD is on there, brother, and all these things, and I'm all about it. But they're missing arguably the greatest African American superstar of all time.
Who?
The African Dream, Akeem. How can he not be mentioned in Black History Month?
You have a point there, Cheyenne.
Come on! He was almost the first black heavyweight champion in the WWE.
I'm not gonna argue with you there.
Thank you.
All right.
So if all my 4-lifers are listening out there, hashtag Black History, no, screw that. Hashtag Akeem for Black History Month with a picture of Akeem doing the Black Panther fist.
I will do that right now from our Twitter account.
Please, hashtag Akeem for Black History Month and put your picture of Akeem on there. Put your best Akeem costume out there and tweet the WWE. WWE, Vince McMahon, why isn't Akeem featured in Black History Month?
We'll be back, folks.
We'll be back.
Don't treat me like a woman. Don't treat me like a man. Don't treat me like you know me. Treat me for just who and what I am. Don't treat me like a woman. Don't treat me like a man. Don't treat me like you know me. Just treat me for who and what I am. Don't treat me like a woman. Don't treat me like a man. Don't treat me like you know me. So much more. So much more. So much more. So much more than that.
Yeah, I figured that the
I think
Angle match
March
wasn't going to go up
20th.
until around Mania time as their way to go compete with them.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I figured that would be their way of competing with them, no?
Because they're out in the UK right now.
That would be the impact that
I think now they're in the UK.
bump.
Yeah, and I
Say
think
again?
they're using. Yeah,
Oh,
because
are
Jeff
they?
Hardy. That's why Jeff Hardy did
Is
the
it- is
injury
it that
because
week?
he couldn't go to the UK when he fell off the cage. Yeah.
Oh,
in
and
Scotland.
that's right. And Drew McIntyre debuted
It
for
was
them, right?
Grado versus Al Snow.
In Scotland, yeah.
No, it seems like they're keeping it.
Is it a one-time
Brooks is on the
thing
roster, too.
like they did with Brodus, or is he on the roster?
Yeah. Oh, there was actually like a segment
Oh,
that like,
I
randomly
didn't
came
know
up
that.
online. It was him and Ethan were backstage, and like he was talking about how Brodus fears nothing, And then like it kind of like he looks up and it pans up and it's a fucking disco ball.
Okay.
And like, yeah.
I get it.
And then
Okay.
like, and then his phone, and then he's
Oh,
like,
I get
quiet,
it.
and then his
I
phone
get
rings,
it.
and he's like,
I get
"Oh, I
it.
gotta get this. It's my mama."
You said, oh, that was cool.
The Carter said it, not Brodus stood quiet or
You said,
Tyrus.
oh, that was cool. That was cool.
I thought it was funny. Like,
That was cool. That was cool.
I guess we can leave that conversation.
I give it
That
to
was
him.
pretty good for the podcast.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You might as well, since we just totally wasted that on our own
So
selfishness.
we have what do we have? Yeah. So we were discussing TNA. I think this week is Lockdown, which is usually a pay-per-view, but since they're not on pay-per-view, it'll be on. Yep.
Oh,
I
it's a
believe
TV
it's
special,
Team
not a
Angle
one-night only
versus the
pay-per-view?
Beatdown Clan crew. Yeah, I think it's Angle, Aries.
Oh, they're gonna do the Lethal
Gunner,
Lockdown.
and MVP and all his boys.
Okay.
And I think Eric Young and Bobby Roode.
Okay.
I think Lashley's on Angle's team to make it 4-on-4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eric Young is still here.
Havoc and Dreamer. Yeah.
He's gonna have a street fight
I mean,
with
they've been doing that in TNA.
Dreamer
I
at
think,
House of
too.
Hardcore in March.
Who else is? Yeah, in TNA.
Oh, they're feuding on camera also.
So,
I-
who else?
I thought Tommy just booked that for a show.
Awesome Kong and Havoc. And then the
I'll be all right.
Hardys versus
I'll be all right. Not something to get my heart over.
James Storm and Abyss.
Who's that?
I think that's the name of their stable, the Revolution.
Is that their name?
Why would two guys who are established be called a revolution?
Why would two guys who are established be called a revolution?
I can only defend this company so much, Cheyenne.
I'm sorry, you continue to watch them, but I'm going to...
I don't watch them. I haven't watched since the
I'm
show
sorry
that I
you continue
attended.
to watch them, but I'm gonna keep shooting that shit down.
You know quite a bit for somebody who's not watching.
Because I read it online.
You know quite a bit for somebody who's not watching.
You're giving those people ratings that they don't deserve.
No,
I don't give them
that's not
ratings. I
internet.
feel
You're
bad. I wish
giving
I
those
did give
people
them
ratings that
They're
they
on
don't
Friday
deserve.
nights. They took over the SmackDown.
That's even worse.
They took over the SmackDown slot that I didn't watch
That's
before.
even worse.
And it's worse when I know the results 2 months in advance. At least the one
I
that
like-
I like TNA, I do. I like the talent there.
Yes, I do too.
I like TNA. I like TNA. I
Same
do. I
here.
like the
They-
talent
and they're
there. It's
doing-
just, I just
don't know
don't
if
get
Russo's
it. I
working
just don't
down
get
there
it.
again because they keep doing turns and do crazy shit and title changes and yeah. Or
No,
it's
I
just
don't think-
influenced
I
by
think
him
we
because
could've done
I don't know.
creative.
I went to the one show and that was the one show that was live because then they filmed everything else in advance. So at least I was able to see something fresh and it was on TV that night.
Right.
Or like the last time where I went and I had to wait 3 months to see it on TV.
New show, not to bring them up. I honestly think he's going to end up in...
New show, not to bring him up. I honestly think he's gonna end up in Global Force.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think so.
I mean,
Friends with WWE.
are they, is Global
I think
Force
so.
doing
He's-
anything? I mean,
he's friends with WWE.
as of now, all they've done is sponsor the New Japan pay-per-view.
Is it the rumor that they're getting a TV deal later this year?
Is it the rumor that they're getting a TV deal later this year?
Oh, also,
Talk with Spike TV?
And that
New
Double
Japan
J is
has
officially
a
free to
month
talk
trial
with
this
Spike
month
TV.
as well as WWE Network.
Oh, going head-to-head. I like that. I like
So, I actually signed up.
going
and
head-to-head,
when you
I
sign
like
up,
that,
You know,
I
you
like
make a
that.
security question if you forget your password. So these were the questions translated from Japanese to English, but I guess it translates it word for word, so grammatically they're really something else. So these are the questions. Favorite player? That was the question. Favorite trick? Is it like
Okay.
reap that trick? Like, I don't know, what kind of, or tricks are for kids?
Uh-huh.
Favorite program?
Uh-huh.
The nickname of childhood?
The nickname
Is
of
where you want to
childhood.
live in
Okay.
old age?
We should do it one day where whoever we interview, they answer these questions. Go on.
We should do it one
Is
day
the
where
name of
whoever
the
we
home
interview, they
teacher at
answer
the
these
time of the
questions.
first
Go
grade
on,
of
go on.
elementary school?
That one doesn't make any sense.
And this one, I'm gonna name
That
out
one
this
doesn't make any sense.
Is the name of the bottom of the grandfather?
That is the name of this episode, absolutely.
Is the name of the
That
pet,
is the name of this
is
episode.
the name
Absolutely.
of the first and kept pet? That's the whole question.
What?
Is the name of the person of first love mother's mother's maiden
What?
name? Born place?
That one doesn't get a what. I got the why.
Born place?
Okay, that one doesn't get a what. I got the why.
The question is born place?
Born place. Jesus.
All that's missing on there is I'm Ron Burgundy.
Born place. Oh man.
New Japan has a TV deal.
I heard that
Yeah, that's
New
the network
Japan
that
has a TV deal
Ring
with
of Honor
Fire.
used to be on. It used to be HDNet, but now it's Access.
That's what
So I mean, yeah, they play some older show, like they play
That's
matches from
what
like last
Shawn
year,
Masters
Mauro
said.
Ranallo,
I heard
and
they played Wrestle Kingdom like 9 or something.
yeah, the one from last year.
I
know
heard
that
they played Wrestle Kingdom
the
like 9 or
commentators
something.
are Mauro Ranallo,
Yeah.
and God damn it, I can't remember the name. It's a UFC fighter, but he's also announcer for them. I just can't remember the name off the top of my head. I know everybody's gonna shit on it, but I don't remember. I mean, I don't have files, so I can't check it out. But hopefully, with the New Japan Network, now I might check it out and see what I can watch on there. So now that everything is free,
Wow.
I mean, it's a pain in the ass to sign up for just
freeload off your
because
trial and see.
it's in
I heard it is.
I mean, when you get questions like born place,
I heard it is quite
it's hard
difficult.
to sign up when you don't know what's going on, and the buttons don't get translated
Yeah.
either. So
Ooh, well, so YouTube has to have a tutorial,
Ooh, well, so YouTube has to
I mean,
have
I was able to
no?
do it. It's just I just assumed that the button meant next. So, I mean, I made one on the.
Okay. Well, it's common
Yeah.
sense depending on the lay.
I mean,
depending
I
on
made
the
I
layout,
made the
one
account
button
on the
is forward
show's
and one
email,
button,
so if
one
anything, I
button
can
is
send you
back.
the info and you can check it out. Yeah.
Maybe
Okay.
one of our subscribers we should
Maybe to one of our subscribers, we should offer them a free month of the New Japan Network, and
What
then
if they change the
just
password
the
on
password
us?
on them when their shit is over.
scratch that idea.
That's pretty fair.
Well, at the same time, they don't know. Wait.
Scratch that idea.
They don't know the answer to the magical question. They don't know. They don't know.
I'm just trying to get us some viewers, man.
That's
They don't.
true.
And if they
I'm
try to
just
change the
trying to get
password,
us.
they
I'm
don't know
just
the
trying to
name
get some
of the
viewers,
bottom
man,
of
by giving us free
grandfather.
shit.
That's true. They do not. They do not.
That's true. They do not. They do not know the grandfather's bottom name. That is true. Touche.
Should we go through the list of all the people appearing at a big event?
I actually have it on my phone, believe it or not, because I had to send it to a friend of mine. I have it on my phone.
I actually have it on my phone, believe it or not, because I had to send it to a friend of mine. I have it on my phone.
I mean, I have the site on my phone.
So
their
that way
page.
you don't have to pull it up unless you have it up already.
I have it here in my
All right, let's do it.
camera roll.
No, I have it here in my
A few
in
people
my
were added
camera
recently.
roll. My camera roll.
Did you get
Right next to
today's
my
edition?
right next to my nudie pictures.
The Larry Zabisco.
Who got it added today?
Oh, I'm happy.
And Ashley was added
No
yesterday.
way!
I saw
Oh, I'm happy. I'm happy.
Okay, but
I saw Ashley. Well, I had to delete the Facebook app on my phone.
you have the whole list right here.
okay, let's go.
And you said Zabisco and
But I do have the whole
Yeah.
list right here.
I'll add them.
And you said Zabisco and Ashley got added, right?
7th?
I'll add them at the end then. The big event, March 7th, at the LaGuardia Plaza Hotel in Flushing, Queens. The following superstars will be appearing for photos and autographs and special combinations. Ric Flair, WWE Hall of Famer in the Celebrity Ring, Pete Rose, Abdul the Butcher, Harlem Heat, Jerry the King Lawler, Sid Vicious, Barbie, Kelly Blank, The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, Melina, Lanny Poffo, Maven, Ivan Putski, The Young Bucks, Brooke Tessmacher, AJ Styles, Funaki, TC the Maid, The Godwins, Magnum, TA, Terry Runnels, Eric Bischoff, The Conquistadors, Bobby, The Brain Heenan, James Storm, Kevin Nash, Teddy Long, Papa Shango, Jake Roberts, Jackie Moore, Bart Gunn, Hardcore Holly, Mr. Anderson, Ezekiel Jackson, Kurt Hawkins,
Yes.
Kellen Terrell, Disco Inferno, Erwin R. Shyster, Trevor Murdoch, Stacy Carter, Earl Hebner, Velvet Sky, Road Warrior Animal, Sanjay Dutt, Raven, Bruce Pritchard, The Godwins, which got named twice on this list, Nadeja, Rebel, Chavo Guerrero Jr., and recently added Ashley
And Austin Fun was added
Mazzaro
too.
and Larry Zbyszko.
I saw Rebel posted on her Facebook that she got
It's
like a
a
pretty nasty
awesome
like,
time to
injury.
get mine
Her
out
lip
there.
got like busted open. She had to get stitches.
Really?
Yeah. I must have happened on one of the shows.
Really? From what?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow, Zbyszko being on there.
On one of the matches or something? Okay. Yeah, wow, Zbyszko being on there,
I'm
good. You
looking
can find my
forward to this one. I'm gonna be broke after it, but
I'm gonna be this.
also I want to give a special shout out to
Oh, I'm gonna be Victor.
gentleman I met on Friday, Kevin.
Oh yes.
It was at my first of all, congratulations to
Oh yes, yes.
Gigi and Ryan on their wedding last week. I met them at the wedding. I met him at the wedding reception. He was on.
Oh my God! Congratulations to Gigi and Ryan. Yeah, I totally.
Oh my God! Congratulations.
He was
to
on the
Gigi
way
and
out,
Ryan.
and I guess
Yeah,
Ryan told him
Congratulations.
that I was there, and he yelled from across the room, "Oh shit, Bosch is here! Why didn't you tell me Bosch was here before I left?" And he came up and he said, "Where's Gigolo Cheyenne Del Rey?" So I thought it was pretty cool that he showed us some love. He wants to know why people tell him and I'm the life of the party, but I sound so monotone and chill on the show, and I'm like, and then Ryan.
Oh well, it's because it was a wedding. Tell him to come
Oh well,
And then Ryan,
it's
Ryan
because it was a
told us
wedding.
because you have
Tell
a
him to
lot
come
more
to the bar.
energy than I do. So, and check out Ryan. Check out their podcast. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
22
Yeah,
pages
tell him
later.
to-
So if you want to go to iTunes, check that out. Always show love to my buddies.
check out the Hardway podcast. John Harder, the voice of Ace.
Check out the Hardway podcast. John Harder, the voice of Ace, has an interview up with my good friend, but secretly my enemy, Jamal Jackson, one half of the movement, and they're going to talk about. They talk about, this coming Saturday's presentation by Ace, the Hero Celebration at the Hollywood Valley Professional Academy. Very, very good
Definitely
interview
check it out.
between
Did
John Harder
Jamal
and Jamal
Jackson show up on
I
time
did
for
the
that
both of them.
interview?
I don't know if he showed up on time for the interview, but I know he showed up for John Harder.
I don't know if he showed
Yeah,
up on
'cause he
time for
showed
the
up about
interview,
an hour
but I
late
know
to
he showed up for
ours.
John Harder, not us, so he's got heat with me
Just
again.
because Cena showed up late to that Raw.
And
the
on
week
top of that,
before
he does a
doesn't mean
run-in
show up late to
for
our
us.
show.
Damn, Mark Jamal Jackson.
Jamal I'm saying is Jamal Jackson and his partner FNB. If I'm in that Battle Royal on Saturday, over you go and over you go. I got to train like Vince did for
Or
the
I'll
Rumble.
go in there
We
and
should do a
start
video
knocking
package
people
of
out
me
the
training
camera.
for that Battle Royal.
I do a video montage of me training for the battle.
Yeah. You know, just
Oh, we got the
I do a
snow
video
out here.
montage of me training for the Battle Royal just to get his ass out. So, but I call out right now. I call out both Jamal Jackson and FNB, the Fat Nasty Bastard, the movement, to join us
Sounds good.
next week on the For Life podcast.
Is
I'm
there
calling them
anything
out
gonna be
right
there
now,
on
brother.
Saturday?
I don't want to hear no nonsense.
I don't know if Antoine DeMonico's going to be there. I should shoot him a text.
I
Yeah, 'cause I
I
think
don't
his
know if
birthday's also
Antoine
coming up,
DeMonico's
too.
going to be there. I should shoot him a text.
Oh, that's right. It's February. His birthday is coming.
I think it's Sunday.
Oh, that's right. It's February. His birthday is coming. I gotta. It is. I gotta send him flowers.
If he comes Saturday,
I gotta send him flowers. That's my boy.
All right, cool.
If he comes Saturday and then we go to the diner after the show, I'll buy him dinner. But we'll figure it out. But I don't. That's a good question. I should text him.
I mean, I haven't seen him in a while, but I would like to see him.
I'm not gonna text Jamal Jackson because he's a piece of garbage. But I'll text Antoine.
I think the last time I saw him was the
I'll take
weekend
Antoine.
of
Speaking of Saturday,
the final ECW show.
no way.
Yeah, almost. That was 2009.
no way.
Yeah. I mean, I know he's always busy. He's working.
Oh, we gotta get him out. We gotta get him out. Are you coming up for Saturdays or just you? I
If
want to know
I'm
how many
recording,
tickets
do
to
I need a
hold.
ticket? I mean, it's just me as of now. I don't.
No, actually, that's a fair point. Because even
Oh,
if
yeah,
you don't
just let me
record
know.
the show, he has a job for you. So I don't. Yeah, good point.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to it.
Definitely we'll work that out. But I'm looking forward to it. It's
Yeah.
gonna be
No, definitely. Yeah.
it's gonna be weird. With
Yeah.
it's, you know, it's the first one without
Yeah. And plus, he plays such a big
without
role.
Junior.
It's like-
You know, the conscious of the company.
I know for me, I'm trying to fill some big shoes.
Yeah, and like John Harder's
I know I have, like, I don't know if I know I'm putting pressure on myself because I know that was his job, and it's tough, like
Yeah.
I mean I can say that I briefly met him that night at Raw with you, and I know I remember telling you that
Yeah,
he
yeah, yeah.
inspired me to want to get the selfie stick because he had it that night at Raw. And I did get it, and I haven't used it yet
Yeah.
because I've gone to I went out to a
Yeah.
bar about a month ago, and like everybody looked so fucking ridiculous using it. But for some reason when he was using it, he didn't look like a douchebag, and it was because he didn't look. But the fact that he didn't
Because
look
he
like a
wasn't.
douchebag made me
He
think it
was
was a
the
good
sweetest
idea to buy
person.
it. So he gets credit for being the only person to have a selfie stick and not look like a douchebag.
Yeah, John Harder and Jamal Jackson do a fantastic job.
Yeah, John Harder and Jamal Jackson do a fantastic job
Reminding people
of
beyond the production value.
Yeah.
reminding people
Yeah.
beyond the production value how important Mikey was
Yeah.
is to us. Excuse me, I can't say words.
Yeah.
So and then that
Mhm.
definitely resonated with me when I
Yeah,
watched
I'll
the show.
definitely check it
When I
out.
listened to the show, excuse me.
It's gonna be fun to go back to work for this week.
So
Yeah.
it's gonna be
So
fun to go back to
like
work for this week.
commentating or doing like?
As of right now, all I know is that I am in fact commentating.
As of right now, all I know is that I am in fact commentating. I do know
Depending on
that
I believe it will be a 3-man commentary.
depending on I believe it will be a 3-man commentary team. I don't know if we're opening the show or if Mike
Or maybe have like all the guys out
Morgan
there for like.
Sr. is opening the show.
I'm
But
presuming there's a 10-bell salute.
Yeah.
there will be. I'm presuming there's a 10-bell salute.
The video package that I made.
There is talks of the video package that I made opening the show, which is not just an honor for me, but it's going to be an emotional pill to swallow.
Yeah.
But that's really all I know under the card, of course. I don't know who's closing or anything like that. I just, I know the card, and I know that either
Yeah.
the talks that I have had, either Mike will open or we will open the
Well, I
conversation.
guess we can speak throughout the week and let me know what time you guys want me out there. And
Yeah, I mean, honestly.
I mean, honestly,
Okay, yeah.
I should have a definitive answer tomorrow for what time you should be out there, but
Okay,
my
that works.
guess is between 3 and 5.
All right.
If you want to.
So if
just have an
anybody's
answer
in
for
the
now,
area
3 and
and
5
looking
is
for some
fine.
good wrestling this weekend, definitely come check it out.
Saturday, if you're in the tri-state area, specifically New York, New Jersey.
This Saturday, if you're in the tri-state area, specifically New York, New Jersey, come check out American Championship Entertainment. H Pro Wrestling presents a hero celebration, a tribute, a celebration show to our dear friend, our brother, Mike Morgan Jr., a.k.a. Michael Virouette, who unfortunately passed away after a horrible automobile accident, hit and run, back in November. We're going to tribute him at the Jose Marti Freshman Academy. That's 1800 Summit Avenue in Union City, New Jersey. That's Jose Marti Freshman Academy in Union City, New Jersey at 1800 Summit Avenue. Names to appear: Crowbar, former WCW superstar and tag team champion and tag team partner of David Flair. Crowbar will take on Vince Steele for the World Heavyweight title. We're going to have Dan Moff versus Stockade, first time ever. Rob Vegas versus Jay Lethal for the first time ever. And the first ever Mike Morgan Jr. Memorial Cup Battle Royal to determine the winner of the Mike Morgan Memorial Cup. And I have seen the actual cup that the winner will win, and it's really nice. And it's not like kayfabe. The winner is going to go home with that cup. The winner's going to go home with that cup. It's going to be fun. Tickets in advance are $15, and otherwise, if you pay at the door, it is $20, and you can get them at aceprowrestling.com. And if you want, contact me on Twitter, twitter.com @RiversonJones, and I can also provide you with tickets. Tickets can be available for pickup or to be mailed. It's going to be good. I'm excited. I'm ready to rock and roll for that one. It's going to be great. Yeah. So it's going to be special. I'm looking forward to it. I'm just hoping I can honor my friend.
Okay.
And I got my mom going. I got some friends going. I got my brother Bosch going. I got I got
Sean's
my
going
guy,
too?
the Big O's going. My buddy Sean, a couple different people. Sean
Ozzy,
Masters
that's the
will
one
be
that I
there.
bumped into
I
at
know my
the
buddy
Ring of Honor
Ozzy's
show,
gonna
right?
be there. Mom's gonna be there.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Yeah, Ozzy's gonna be there. Yeah, Ozzy, my mom, Sean's gonna be there.
Nice.
A
I'm
couple
looking
people
forward to
actually,
it.
some people from work. It's gonna be a nice. It's gonna be a nice gig.
Well, it's
I'm looking forward to it. It's
Yeah.
it's gonna be the launching point. You know, it's the first show without him. It's unfortunate that this is
Yeah.
the start of a new chapter for Ace. You know.
Well, I'm sure he's going to be extremely proud of
Yeah.
this Saturday.
yeah, it's I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so. It's a good kid, you know. It's a good kid. Whew. So, it'll be fun. So, Mikey, if you're out there, just know everybody is going to bring their A game. Is going to bring their A game.
All right, man.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna try to at least, you know.
Well, I know you have plans this evening, and I
We're
have
gonna
responsibilities, so we got this recorded.
Yep.
You're in there.
Okay.
Next week we can't promise nothing.
We got to record it this week. This week we got it. Next week we can't promise nothing.
We'll either see you next week or in 6 months. You never
1
know.
week at a time.
Like the last time.
6 months, exactly. You never know with the 4 Life uncensored, uncooked, unpredictable, and undetermined.
Also, we'd
it.
like to
That's what I
thank
like to
Katy
go with
Perry
the
for
4
paying
Life
tribute
podcast.
to Bam Bam Bigelow at the Super Bowl halftime show this year.
Let me just say that the internet.
Let me just say that the internet.
I mean, it's
is a
only
crazy,
fitting.
crazy
It's been 20 years since Bam
I
Bam's
thought-
feud
I wasn't
with
even-
football player Lawrence Taylor. It's only appropriate.
20 years ago already?
95.
Jesus
Is that
I don't
20
remember
years
'cause
ago
that's around
already?
the time I started watching.
Jesus Christ.
Christ on a
And I'm still a fan after starting. at
Oh
that
my
time.
Christ on a cracker, do I feel
I feel
old.
fucking. Yeah.
Do I feel,
Well, I think it was
you
more
came in
like-
during some really weird
Like the first
shit.
major
Man,
angle
do
I
I
remember.
feel
Like I
old.
remember the Bam Bam angle just because it was like more mainstream, but I remember more like the hype around Shawn Michaels winning the Rumble and going from 1 to 30 and the 1 foot touching the floor. Like I just remember that was like that's why I always connect like with Shawn Michaels or being like my top guy.
right.
So I think that's more what stood out.
First got to do it. It was
Right.
monumental.
Yeah, I mean
I mean,
now
the first
now-
got to do it. It was very monumental, and they were
yeah,
able
and
to
then
build.
now it's
I felt like they
everybody
were
fucking
able
does
to
it, but
build
like he
both
was the
stories
first
very
person to
well.
like do that, you know?
Yes, he was. He was in fact the first.
Yeah. Now
Yes,
it's like
yes,
every
he was. He was in
elimination.
fact the first guy.
It's a close call.
Yeah.
You know, we're talking about Kofi.
It's a close call, you know.
Oh, I mean, he
You know,
usually
or
does
we're
it and
talking
gets
about Kofi,
eliminated
and he
right
didn't even win
after.
the damn thing.
Yeah, that's true. So I can't just. Kofi, if you're listening, because I know you do.
Yeah, that's true. So I can't just. Kofi, if you're listening, because I know you do every
next
week,
year he
I
should
try to
just
put you over. Bosh
get
Berger.
eliminated, but try to keep his feet up and just lay down on the floor with his feet up.
Next year, Kofi should wear a jetpack. I'm saying it right
Next year, Kofi should wear a jetpack. I'm saying it right now.
now. And be a heel Jamaican maximum.
Kofi should just turn heel
Or
and
if Sin
be
Cara
a
still had
heel
like the
Jamaican maximum.
trampoline.
Oh my God, that would be genius.
He starts just fucking hopping on
Oh
the
my God,
trampoline.
that would be genius.
Because I think Sin Cara got hurt
Why
right before
couldn't they
his
do
first
that
Royal
4
Rumble.
years
So he-
ago?
damn it!
Oh my, that Bosh.
Let go of me. They never
I
hired
don't know
me.
why. I don't know why they let go of you.
That's a genius idea.
Oh man, that's a genius idea. Damn it, Bosh, you couldn't mention that.
He got
at a
injured.
Meeting one.
Him and Kofi got injured. Oh no,
That
he got
idea
injured
could've
at
saved your
Survivor
job,
Series
bro.
when him and Kofi did the move over the top rope and he fucking tripped over the top rope. Yeah.
Oh yeah, at the Garden, right? At the Garden.
I remember him leaving in crutches.
I remember that. I remember that spot too. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, because you went to
So-
a lot after. Yes, you did. Oh man, damn, that's a good idea.
Yeah. I mean,
Maybe
I think
when
he
they bring,
did, I mean,
Kalisto.
last night he did the trampoline entrance
No,
or
no,
the
don't
flip
do
over
that.
the rope. Sin Cara, yeah.
Did he?
I thought. No, I thought so
I
too.
thought he
but
stopped
did
doing the flying squirrel
he did the
thing. He
leap
does the
over
roll
top
through the
rope,
ring.
So I'm assuming the trampoline was there. I don't
That or
think
he's
so.
really gifted.
The new Sin Cara?
This Sin Cara is very gifted.
I do, in fact, like Sin Cara 3.0.
Yes.
3.0.
I do, in fact, like Sin Cara 3.0 better.
Version 1's taken and 2.0 is very fast.
Because, you know,
All right.
version 1's taken and 2.0 is very fast. So I'm going to give him a 3.
I always thought it
Plus,
was the
he's
same
got a
Sin Cara
badass
with a new
tattoo.
tattoo.
Hey, Kayfabe,
I-
if you think that. If you think that.
Hey, Kayfabe, brother, if you think that.
Well,
If you
Triple
think
H
that
and
kayfabe,
Stone
brother,
Cold said
I'm
the
not going to ruin
kayfabe
it for you.
kid.
Yeah, I saw. Did they? I don't think they directly.
Yeah,
He
I
pretty
saw.
much
Did
did. That's
I
how
don't
he
think
fucking
they
opened the
directly
interview.
said.
Yeah, I know. That was the beginning of it. I read that.
And it's funny because Raw
Yeah, I know.
ends
That was the
with
beginning of it. I read that.
Renee Young asks
I read
Triple
that.
H what his thoughts are on Bryan winning the match. He said, "I'm going to answer it on the podcast next." Then he walks through,
That's not Kayfabe. That's publicity.
but then he walks
Well,
through
that's
and
not kayfabe.
he doesn't
That's
even.
publicity.
He's not even in
Different.
character during the podcast.
Would you ever?
No, I mean I didn't want him in character.
Well,
I like that he
would
wasn't
you
in
ever-
character.
Okay.
I'm just saying it was.
Yeah, you don't want Steve Austin to. You don't want regular civilian Steve Austin
Yeah.
to interview gimmick.
Did you realize that his
Triple H.
Facebook page is no longer Triple H WWE Universe? It's Paul Triple H Levesque.
I did. His like page. I did see that.
It just like it must have been in the
I
past.
did,
week,
his
that's
like
when
page,
just
I did
first
see
started
that.
noticing it.
I did see that.
Yeah.
I did know.
I did see that.
Because I had to go.
I did notice that. I did.
Because
Because I
Stephanie
had to go
tagged
on
him in
his page
something,
for a photo that they posted that
And
I
I
wanted
was
to send to
like,
my friend Luke.
Paul, and I checked and it was
Yeah.
already liked.
That picture because I want to send it. I want to send it to my friend. I want to send it to my friend Lily, and I went back and I was like, "Oh, really? Are we getting
Yeah.
that far in life?" You know. Well, it would be kind of awkward getting your mail as Triple H. Just saying.
Yeah.
Well, folks, again, For Life Podcast and Bosh. If they
Well, folks, again, For Life Podcast and Bosh. If they want to buy
You
one
go
of
to
the cool For Life Podcast
forlifepodcast.com and you can
t-shirts,
find
there you go.
everything there. You can find our past episodes, our videos, our pictures with wrestlers, pictures at live events. You can find the link to the t-shirt. You can find the link to this Saturday's event. You can find the information for Big Event. You can find our interviews with Mean Gene or Tatanka. You can find all our social media pages. You can contact us. Anything you want is all at forlifepodcast.com, or you can contact us directly at forlifepodcast on Twitter or on Facebook or Instagram. So once Cheyenne is done having a hardcore match over there,
Awesome.
sounded pretty bad.
I'm putting the pot back in. I'm
Well,
trying
when
to
you're
put
listening
pots
to
in
your
pans in
podcast,
some
you're
hustle
listening
shit,
to
man.
it.
For life.
Bam! Bam!
introducing our new bonus feature with Bosch's daughter, Boschette.
Like some of the people on the podcast have like names like my dad's is Bosch, I'm Boschette, and I would like to talk about the divas. So, if I were to pick a diva that's my favorite, I would actually pick Brie Bella because she likes to do fun things and I think she's really nice, and because this is what I told my father. I said, hey, which one's your favorite Bella twin? He said Nikki because she's hot, and then I said, well, I would pick Brie because Brie wouldn't actually hit her sister in the face with a microphone. So that's what I was thinking. And that's how I felt. And this is how I feel about referees. Why do we have referees? Why do we need referees? Well, you guys don't know, but I'm just 9, but still, why do we need referees and stuff? Like, can't you just fight and then, like, get the winner by knocking them out? Like, why do you need referees? No one cares about referees. And another question, why do they always have Booker T or whoever that is, I don't pay attention, as one of the people that sits over there? And so, about Royal Rumble that we didn't get to do from it not recording Cheyenne's part, which Bosch said. So, I was thinking, let's talk about Zack Ryder. So, when he came back, how did you feel? I was so shocked when my father told me, because he went to Royal Rumble, but I was so shocked. I was about to scream. Yeah, but still. So, all those questions that I asked, like favorite wrestler and stuff, you can email it to the podcast at ivylifepodcast.com, at whatever it is, because I don't pay attention. Yeah, but you can email your answers there. You could say for Bosch at BOSCHET. Okay? So I'll be back. I might be back on the next one or on some other.